When the Prophet ﷺ, when he married Khadija radiallahu anha, she gifted Zaid to the Prophet ﷺ. And Zaid radiallahu anhu, he grew up with the Prophet ﷺ. And after some time, some of the people from the tribe of Haritha, they came to Mecca and they saw Zaid near the Kaaba while they were making tawaf. And they recognized that this is Zaid ibn Haritha. So they talked to him and they said that his father was looking for him, and after Zayd radiallahu anhu, after he got kidnapped, his father would ask them, have you seen my son? He looks like this and he looks like this. And finally, when they found Zayd in front of the Kaaba, they came for Hajj, and when they saw Zayd in front of the Kaaba, they were happy. They hugged him and they told him that his father was, back in Yemen. So they went back, and Zayd told them the story how he was sold. And they went back and they said to the father, they yelled, they said, glad tidings, we found Zayd. We found Zayd. He's in Mecca and he's with the grandson of Abdul Muttalib, meaning the Prophet ﷺ. So Al-Haritha, he got happy and he went with his brother Ka'b. Him and his brother, they went together and they went to Mecca. And when they got to Mecca, they looked for the Prophet ﷺ and they asked, where's the Prophet ﷺ? And at this time he wasn't a prophet. And someone told him that he's by the Kaaba. So they went by the Kaaba, and the Prophet ﷺ, he said, what can I do for you? So Haritha, he said to him, the father of Zayd, he said to him that my son is with you. He said, who's your son? He said, Zayd. So he said that told him the story how he was kidnapped and he was sold. So the Prophet ﷺ, he said to him, when Zayd comes, we will let him decide. If he chooses you, then he will go with you. But if he chooses me, I cannot deny someone who wants to be with me. So the father was very happy. He was going to offer him money and he was going to give him whatever he had. But the Prophet ﷺ, he realized what was happening, and he told him, you can have him for free. If he chooses you, you can take him. So that's when Zayd radiallahu anhu came. And the Prophet ﷺ, he said to Zayd radiallahu anhu, he said, do you know who these two are? Zayd looked at them and he said, yes, this is my father and that's my uncle. And this is not seeing them after years. So he said, that's my father and that's my uncle. And the Prophet ﷺ, he said to him, he said, if you want to go, you can go with them. Or if you want to stay, you can stay with me. You have the choice. And Zayd radiallahu anhu, he said, ما أنا بالذي أختار عليك أحد أنت مني مكان الأب والعم. He said, I will not choose anyone over you, ya Rasulullah. You are more than my father and my uncle. His father was surprised and he said, ويحك يا زيد أتختار العبودية على الحرية? He said, are you going to choose to be a servant, a slave, over being someone who's free? And you're going to choose someone else than your father and your uncle? This is unheard of. And Zayd radiallahu anhu, he said, نعم قد رأيت من هذا الرجل شيء ما أنا بالذي أختار عليه أحد أبدا. He said, I have seen something from this person, meaning the Prophet ﷺ. I will never choose anyone over him. Subhanallah, the character of the Prophet ﷺ. And how close Zayd radiallahu anhu was to the Prophet ﷺ. Now, Zayd radiallahu anhu choosing the Prophet ﷺ is one thing. Choosing the Prophet ﷺ after years not seeing his father, it is something that's unheard of. So after this, when the Prophet ﷺ saw what Zayd said, he took Zayd by the hand and he took him in front of the Kaaba and he said, everyone, Zayd is my son. I have adopted him. His name is Zayd ibn Muhammad and he is someone that's free. He said he is free in front of his father. which shows us the character of the Prophet ﷺ. And this is before he's a prophet. And only a prophet has such a character, which shows us how our character should be and how we should act with the young ones, how we should act with brothers and sisters, how we should act with parents, how we act with others. Just like the Prophet ﷺ, he acted with those around him.
أشرقت نفسي بنور